Okay, so right now we're in the Black Affinity space, one of my favorite places in CAF. And although it's intended to support specifically Black students in this room, that isn't always the case. You could come in here at any time and find people of other demographics, really essentially pushing out the Black students who this room is intended for. And it kind of makes the Black students feel like they're a visitor in a space that's supposed to be theirs.
That young lady you just saw was Gabriela Carter, a presenter for Princeton University's Woke Wednesdays podcast. A building at the Ivy League school apparently has cultural affinity spaces, which are designated areas where students of one racial minority can talk or study. There's a Black affinity space, a Hispanic one, a Middle Eastern one, etc. But some Princeton students were pretty annoyed to find white students hanging out in spaces for other racial groups.
I went once. There was a white guy there. I left. Didn't feel right. Like this place for African Americans and there was a white guy there. It was like ironic.
Yes, it is ironic that segregation is now the progressive thing to do in the current year 2018.
There's so many other spaces in the CAF, but then they choose to go upstairs to one of the rooms, read that it says, oh, like this is for Black people. I think I should be in there. Like it doesn't. I don't understand like your train of thought. Like I don't know. It's just you have to not have a common human decency to be taken. Like we don't have any other spaces on campus.
Really? Black people don't have any other spaces on campus? Or do you mean that's the only segregated space? And wouldn't it be the decent thing to do to desegregate? Isn't that what diversity is all about?
I feel that at this campus, you have to be quite ignorant to understand that there are like 400 acres accessible to you and that you choose to go in the one space that's meant for marginalized groups on campus. You have to be either really ignorant or very vindictive to occupy that space.
Now, to be clear, Princeton doesn't prohibit students from entering an affinity space with an identity to which they don't belong. You just maybe get 15 minutes of public stoning. No, I'm kidding. There's no punishment except for the social censure of your peers who, when they can't segregate themselves, really suffer.
If I want to go cry, I can cry in Firestone. Like, if I want a space to cry where I feel comfortable, I want to go to the Black Affinity room. But if you're there, I feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I know this is all hysterical, but time to get serious for a second. Did you hear what she just said? When she wants to cry, she wants to go to a room filled with only people of her own race. And if people from a different race are there, she feels uncomfortable. Isn't that just a bit disturbing? That she's only comfortable showing that emotion around people who have the same amount of melanin that she has? Guys, this is just how deep the cancer of social justice runs. Contrary to its purported mission of uniting races, at the end of the day, it's stripping away people's very ability to empathize with those who look different. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.